So here we are. Jez, Matt, how's it going?
All good?
Evening.
Right, we're going to start with.
That's as much as you're getting out of us.
Oh,
No, I'm back from travelling. I'm at home. I'm home. No travelling for 3 weeks.
what can we say? It's a late start tonight.
He's not playing his travel lodge attribute this week.
No caravan tonight.
Right. No playing away. Right. Where are we going to start? We're going to start on having a look at how week 6 played out for these 3 games. Quick little look through those, see how right or wrong we got this.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so the other thing is I prepped this up nicely for Dan as well. This was going to be the Atlantic West Side special because we've got Stampede and Avalanche we're going to look at, and then I put the other 2 games in this division in so we could get some inside knowledge. That didn't work, did it? Yeah. Let's start on the west side anyway with the Bears and the Nighthawks. So from week 6, let's take a little look at the result there. So,
what a game!
I'm going to say is well done, Alex. Has anyone got it right? A point for me.
Say what? Oh, god damn it!
You're not taking Alex's points. Fuck off.
Yeah, I nominated Alex before I nominated Alex as my substitute, so
yeah,
Alex got me a point there.
It's okay.
No, you're not taking Alex's points. I'm not having that.
I've nominated somebody else this week, and they're going to let me know on Sunday morning how I did. So we'll see how that one goes, Matt. Right. So yeah, I did see. I'm an R in 3 points either way. I said, and sure enough, that's where it went. 48 to 45. God, it was even an OT. It was even an OT game.
And did Jez predict the OT or not?
He did. He did.
Oh, do I give him a point for OT?
I've got to get some points for that, right? That's the first time that's ever come in. I know I didn't get the result right, but OT, come on.
I might give you half a point for the OT.
Oh, fuck off, Coops. Come on.
No half points here. Let's have a look at the overtime as well. Did he actually get a drive, or was it a one and done? Oh, it's a one and done.
It's a one and done.
So you probably lost that on the coin toss as well then.
Yeah.
And that happens so often in overtime as well. It literally is. The team gets the ball, one team gets the ball and scores, and that's it. It's very rare you see an overtime where both get possession.
They got it to overtime on a 2-point conversion, didn't they?
Did they? Oh.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah. Power pitch buyers dug them out again. Oh no, that was the TD. But yeah, he's still got the
got both
2-point as well. I guess with if you've got a red zone player,
red zone grinder,
and you're starting 2 yards out for a 2-point conversion, that's just a given then, isn't it?
You think so? You think that would still count, wouldn't you? Because it's still in the red zone.
Yeah.
Does it much?
Yeah. I wonder if that is the case, that actually it is the same bit of
Well, it does say on there buyers grinds out yardage in the red zone.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Well, that's on the touchdown though.
No, on both of them.
No, on both.
Does it say it on the other one as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, definitely then, isn't it? So.
Yeah. I mean, it is one of those attributes you look at and you go, oh, that's worth having that one. But yeah, for 2-point conversions, you'd want to be doing 2-point conversions every time, wouldn't you?
Well, I've already said I'd like to just not bother with a kicker and just do 2-point conversions. I'd do it every time if I could.
There are some attributes on certain positions that you just really want, like the peripheral vision is obviously the one you want on a wide receiver, especially deep zone. But on a running back, the one you really want is red zone grinder.
I'd rather have Wellman or Tylus.
Nah.
No, give me red zone grinder every day.
If you've got a running back who's running your sole running back and he's doing, I don't know, he's level 20 or something like that, and you're running him 40 times a game, you need Wellman or Tylus.
Oh,
Otherwise,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
going to get.
If you're building a one-dimensional offense with no creativity, then yeah, you definitely need Wellman and
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm on about. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. If that's the approach, yeah. But if you're not, if you've got a little bit of something about it, then I'd probably go red zone.
But we all know this game is a game of extremes. You play the game.
It is, yeah. It does seem to be that way.
Yeah.
Speaking of attributes, just looking up there at the top of the screen there, that's LJE's tight end Profit. Strong side tight end 1 Profit adds in the ace, adds yards to this play.
Was he
Look
Profit?
at that.
See, I don't know if
Hold on a minute,
Profit was the one that LJE was banging on about in the draft.
Oh yeah.
Saying,
right.
oh, he's going to be a banger. He's the man.
I thought he was one I hadn't managed to get hold of from the Snow Bears. I was wondering which one. How I not managed to get hold of that one.
No,
Profit's the 60. Is he the 60 strong?
Yeah, he was
with
the guy.
ace tight end.
He is. Yeah,
He was the one. Yeah, he was the one that Greg was supposed to be drafting first in the draft.
Yeah, he was the one that the Sharks took and then traded out this time around.
Flipped him, yeah.
It was the one that Alex was talking about last week. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
He was the one in that monster trade, wasn't he?
I swapped him for a left tackle, basically, didn't he?
That you can't see because the player cards still haven't updated properly.
Will they ever? I'm starting to wonder if they're not actually ever going to update.
Yeah. It's like stats aren't working again either. But anyway, so right. So yeah, good game. Buyers with the MVP.
400 and something yards for Meacham. Fucking hell.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
That is nuts. Bears did well, to be fair, bearing in mind they had 5 turnovers as well.
Yeah, this offense is loaded, right, at the moment, by the looks of that.
Dominated.
Yeah.
Aye.
Absolutely dominated.
22 completions for the Bay Bears. 19 of them went to Meacham. So, I'd say that's pretty one-dimensional.
Yeah. Well, let's hope he picks up an injury then, just before week 10. That'd be handy.
Are you playing him in week 10 by any chance, Greg?
Might be, and I've got to go to his place as well.
We're playing him in week 9. Have you seen the Bears' schedule? Their schedule is ridiculous.
Oh yes, yeah. He's got
Whatever
no chance.
they get out of this season, I know, we're not about blowing smoke up Kendall's arse, but fuck me, he's got the schedule from hell.
Aye, well, if you look at it, Razorbacks first, Sonics first, Cyclones no, Kings first in the division, Long Beach 4-2, Nighthawks 3-3, Razorbacks again. Spartans got a winning record and division leader. Spitfires nearly every division leader. He's playing every division leader, isn't he? In the MFC.
Brutal. That is a brutal schedule.
Well, never know. I mean, the way it's going in this division, he's going to be looking at, and at least he'll be able to sit there and have a good look at what a great schedule it was when he misses the postseason. But we'll see. That might be the case, or not. But that's why we were going to have a look at the West this week because it is a brutal division. So, I mean, Nighthawks sticking up 45 points against them's good for Chris, I guess, as well, because that's giving him an indication as well about where he is against these division rivals. I mean, losing on a one and done in OT, he's got to be pretty pissed off on that one. I would be.
But sticking up 45 points, having been dominated, because the Bears did dominate that game.
I think it's the
That's,
turnovers that made even lit up in it. The turnovers is even lit up.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, two bitter rivals playing each other, so again, it's one of those ones, isn't it? Anything can happen. So let's move on to the next one. Spartans against the Aztecs. None of us backed. You didn't even back yourself. So
didn't even back myself. Although weirdly, on the predictions, I did back. I did back us. I don't know why. Don't ask me for my reasoning.
Someone could argue that you've backed yourself on the right one that actually matters. Then, where was that one?
Third down.
There we go. So,
Comfortable in the end.
Yeah, this was straight away 14 points up. You were playing a little bit of, you reckoning Goldmayer wasn't going to do the business. I wasn't even sure you were going to play him based on what you were saying because he was carrying an injury, right?
He was carrying a C, and he's still carrying a C now. He hasn't recovered, but I haven't really got any other options, so he had to play really. And he didn't do great. I mean, he got 98 yards, which is all right. 5 yards a carry. 5 touchdowns is handy. So yeah, he punched it over the line.
Was that every
But
touchdown?
yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was actually. But it was more about defense this week than offense because our offense wasn't great. I know, saying that after putting up 41 points is a bit of a dickhead comment, but it was more about defense. Our defense sort of snaffled because their passing game particularly has been on fire this year, and we managed to snaffle that a little bit, which was good.
Yeah, that completion percentage you've got there as well. That's mad.
Yeah,
92%.
yeah. So he only had 2 incompletions all game because one of those was an interception. So he only had 2 incompletes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Fulco's decent. We haven't got any wide receivers, but the tight end is our main kind of option. Well, our tight end and our running back are our main options on the passing game, and they're both decent as well. But yeah, they're harder to defend, aren't they? They're harder to stance against. Yeah, unless you've got an absolute baller of a wide receiver like a Meacham, who's just going to get it no matter what you do, no matter what defense you've got or how you stance it. If you've got a decent tech running back and a decent tech tight end, they just add different dimensions to the game, I think, in terms of trying to game plan against.
Just trying to work out if Coops is still there.
I'm here.
Okay, all right. I was
Sorry, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. I was trying not to put up. I was like, I'm awake, and then I was looking. Late.
He's awake.
It is, yeah.
Awake.
We started an hour later, and we're already kind of at that point where we feel by the end of it. But yeah, that's some solid drives though. there. Because I was just having a look because you said about Goldmayer didn't really have any breakaways, but was doing 5 yards of carry average. And then I noticed the quarterback, lots of completions, but nothing broke away for more than 17 yards. So I was like, you scored 40 points and didn't get any big yardage in one play. So that's some solid drives there, isn't it? I mean, only
Just
one.
held the ball.
Yeah, only one of those touchdown drives under 4 minutes.
Aye.
That's some
Eight possessions.
ball control.
8 possessions of the game isn't many, is it? Not many.
Nah, it's
Not many
crazy.
at all.
Yeah, and even
Very satisfying.
with the
Very
Aztecs,
satisfying.
getting. I mean, this goes against. You know, we've been talking about them being a heavy pass team, and then you've got a 92-yard drive, but it's 7 minutes and 20 seconds. You don't see that often for.
That's got to be a lot of medium passes.
Yeah, that's mad. Wow. Well, you definitely surprised yourself as well, Jez, didn't you, with that one? So none of us close. Although I was close with the score, just the other way around.
No. Nothing on that one.
Yeah. Go on, half a point, quarter of a point.
No, nothing. You're getting enough points in the next result. Oh,
Yeah, good. Right. Okay. So we
Oh,
had
he's already look.
Barbarians, Heroes. Did we not think this was 38-21?
somebody picked 38.
Whoa, you got the 38. Look at that.
He's got 38, so he gets 3 plus he gets 1 for the
I didn't know we
Heroes.
were
So he
doing it
gets
like
4
that.
points.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he gets 4 points. 4 points for this game.
That's good. I like that scoring system.
Nailed it.
Yeah, so Barbarians on the road, nowhere near the Heroes.
It wasn't if you watch the game and have a look at the stats as well, it wasn't a 29-point game. It just wasn't. It was, it was much more even than that. But Barb's just couldn't. The Barb's red zone play couldn't get over the line. Just couldn't convert.
You see, this is more what you expect from a game, isn't it? 15 drives as opposed to 16 total in your game there, Jez.
The average is usually 12 or 13 usually in a game.
Oh, I had a field goal blocked. Not that probably would
Field goal
have
block, a field goal miss. They lost it on downs. Early on their third drive, lost on downs. Interception, fumble, interception. Yeah. It just wasn't the Barb's day.
Rubber band came on for the Heroes at the end anyway.
So still this Lanning is the new man in town at the Heroes then. And as the RB, there we go. He's in full tech RB mode now.
Oh yeah.
With Pope with his 145 yards and that 18-yard
Look at that.
average.
With a 69-yard breakaway from a receiving running back. He even got 7 yards per carry on his rushing.
Yeah. So we're gonna see Giant Hornets version 2.0 by the looks of it. So
very nice.
Yeah. Right, so that's our week 6 games we had on the board. Was there any other ones that particularly wanted to call out as shocks or any special plays spotted?
Oh God, I'm not going to go through all the teams and
was
find
a
out
special
special
play.
plays.
I think was it Alex that played a special play? Somebody I noticed to use a special play this week. I can't remember.
Okay, all right.
I think Alex had used it.
I think at the end of the season, I'll just download the play-by-plays and do a Control F and see what pops up, and we can see who gets the best special play of the season. Although I think we've got a pretty good candidate already. What was it, the 70-yard return last week from, was it the Aztecs had that or something? Can't remember who it was.
General Stallions was a good game.
General Stallions. Yeah,
Overtimer.
Yeah, Stallions keep surprising me, actually. I was expecting them to not do anything this season again, but they've been pulling out a few results.
Well, they didn't do anything in the second half, but it was enough to keep them in the game and take it to overtime. I think Steve was probably thinking he had a good chance of a road win there.
Look at the play-by-plays. Was this another one and done in OT? So 58.
No,
it was not. So the Generals had a chance.
a sack on your first play, lost 8 yards on your first play. That's always going to kill you, isn't it?
More than one possession.
They flipped it again. They had 2 goes.
Block punt.
Another sack. Another sack on his first play.
That was a key game moment. Oh no, it was the block punt. Oh dearie me. Surprised he didn't just try and kick it from the 30. Oh dear, yeah, so definitely a couple of chances to take it.
Comedy of errors in overtime.
Oh dear. Boy. If you don't take your chances.
Ass one.
I think that General's pretty much out of playoffs, isn't it? Pretty much. I think they're only 2 and 4, aren't they?
I think so.
FMP, yeah.
So have a little look. Let's have a little look. Yeah, that puts them bottom of the division. Which
they're not going to win the division.
Yeah, which you wouldn't.
Wild card.
I mean, and to lose 3, I can't remember the last time I remember us losing 3 in the division, going 0-3. That is definitely out of the mix territory now. 4 games left. Even on a tiebreaker, that's not going to help them, is it?
Yeah, they're going to got no chance now. There's 5-1 and 2 4-2 teams.
Yeah.
No chance.
I will give Avalanche a shout for putting up 500 passing yards with a short zone game. Away from home against a decent Shark side. That was impressive. I know you don't want to hear that, Matt, but that's really impressive.
Nah, I'm not worried. Not worried.
80% completion, 40 from 50.
Only 1 sack.
5 touchdowns, no interceptions. Crazy good.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You know I don't play defense anyway. I'll just outscore them.
Will you? Oh,
I don't know.
I think we'd have all expected them to win at the Sharks, but not by that much and not that impressively. That was banging.
Yeah, and actually, Johnny's actually key game the Stampede game, and it will actually kick in because it fulfills the criteria. So
I know.
but it's all right. You've still got a motivation coach, so I'm sure that'll help.
No, doing 35 CP.
Yeah. The other thing was I saw the Snow Bears picked up their first win of the season in the game against the Rapiers. So they've got the 20-16 win there. Plenty of
Couldn't give him
rushing.
the third point. Couldn't give him the FWI though.
Yeah, so I was going to lead on to that. So how is that looking?
Oh,
Because Islanders, was that last week their win they picked up?
it was against a better side, was it?
I believe so, yeah. Yeah. Which one was it? It was... No, it was this week against the Sun Devils.
Mm.
So that's a good win.
Yeah, they've got better records than the Rapiers.
Yep.
Mm.
So that... Oh, who's left to potentially get one? Outlaws, Cyclones, possibly.
Or Warriors.
So I think those two, Outlaws and Warriors, are racing towards first overall pick, aren't they? From what I've
Yeah,
seen.
pretty much.
Todd's got it wrapped up though, to be honest. I think James balls up too much at the start. James was scoring too many points at the start of the season.
Yeah. So Cyclones are the only ones that potentially could. They've got Comets this week. And they're at home to the Blues, who've been struggling as well. I won't be trying to lose this one, so I'm hoping I can manage to get a win there. So a couple of opportunities there for the Cyclones potentially left in the season. But looking like Rob's got it tied up in number one spot. And,
Cyclones are playing Spartans last game of the season. Jason wants to tap me up, we can have a chat.
Yeah, do it for an 8th and a Jaffa cake. Right.
Oh, I love a Jaffa cake.
Yeah, who doesn't, right? Who doesn't? The only
Chuck in a custard cream as well, and I'm yours.
If anybody else wants to let us know what their favourite biscuits are. None of that.
Well, is it Jaffa cake? Jaffa cake's not a biscuit. It's called a cake, right?
Let's not go there. We ain't got enough time for that. Right, let's move on to week 7.
That's a whole different pod.
Before we get into the Jaffa cake conundrum. Right, starting with on our first of the West Coast games, Stampede, Avalanche.
What's happened to my hand?
Come on, it's not that late, surely. Come on, stop hallucinating. Right, so Stampede against Avalanche.
I wonder if the thumbs up still works.
Yeah, we should do.
No.
Should do.
No.
Okay.
No. My wanky background is blocking it.
Right. Where were we? Stampede, Avalanche. Let's do some predictions. Right, so you reckon you're going to score more points? You had to score 50 at home to win this one in week 1.
Yep.
You're playing the number 1 overall offense and the number 1 overall defense.
That's because they've not played anybody. Look who they've played. They've only played Alex. That's all they've played.
They played you.
They played you, yeah.
Well, I put 50 points on them. Everybody else is
not. Still got the best defense in the league.
Yeah, rubbish. I'll prove it in a minute.
The worrying thing is that you don't do defense and away on the road, he still managed to put 47 points on. Yeah, this is not looking good for you, Coops. This is
And
looking.
road games aren't your forte, are they, Coops?
Look at the weather. That's going to bugger me up even more.
What is it? Is it a cold one? Oh, rain and windy. Oh, just what you need.
Oh, injuries. Avalanche got some injuries there.
Yeah, they're all special teamers, nearly.
And if you're presumably you're both bitter rivals, so you're going to get more injuries after this as well.
Yep. Yep.
And the Avalanche are on for a spread of 5.
I've been, down every game nearly this season. That crap this morning.
This is not looking good for you. It's not looking good. Anyway, to be quite honest, can we actually believe these? I mean, these are based off yards, right? Are the stats actually working this season? I can't work it out or not. If they are,
Yes.
they
That
are.
bit's working.
That bit's working,
That
right?
bit, I
Okay.
think, is
That's working.
Yeah.
But that's misleading, obviously, not just because of schedule, but also it doesn't take into consideration special teams yardage. And special teams yardage for a good special teams will stick another 200 or 300 yards on your game.
Yeah.
Which is massively deceptive when you're looking at those. Because my stats for that are, my offense is looking like it's like a 22nd or the 24th best offense or something like that. But our special teams stick another 200 or 300 yards more, not just 200 or 300, but 200 or 300 yards more than the opposition on most games, because my special teams are good, but they're not recorded. It's invisible yardage.
If you keep returning and you get to halfway, then you're only going to get 50 yards each drive, aren't you? If you score a touchdown.
Exactly.
So it does skew it. Yeah, no, it does skew it.
Definitely. It definitely skewed my stats this week. Not the special teams, just the yeah. I think one of the drives, with the Outlaws, after sacking them a few times, they were like 4th and 34. They punted for 44 yards and returned it 12 yards. So, it was starting close to the end zone than where they were trying to get to on a first down. So they were going backwards before they even given the ball away. Anyway, right, I'm going off topic again. Right.
Come on in, Matt. How's this game going to
go? Johnny's going to try and pass. Champagne's going to come up with 3 picks.
So
This
how
is
many
Champagne.
how many have you got to score then? So how many are you saying you got to score on this one to win this?
I don't think it's going to be that high scoring game. I'm going to go 35-32 to the Stampede. Because I think the conditions will mean that there's a lot of turnovers. I'm expecting a 12 turnover game.
I'm going to go for 28-44.
Okay. I'm going to go for...
Hoops is going to get his arse handed to him.
Yeah. Not a chance.
Same score, different way. Right, okay, there we go. That's number 1 out of the way. So Dan, how do you feel about this game? Oh, answers on a postcard. Yeah, this division is mental. So I'm going to start with the Razorbacks against the Bears. So the Bears managed
We'll
to
get Dan to send his score predictions in by email later. We'll add them.
when I post this,
Also,
he can watch it,
send it on
and then
Sunday.
in the comments he can add what he would have said, and
Yes.
how wrong we are.
So everyone can see.
So our second 6-0 team of the week, but they are they're on the road as well. So he's key gamed this, but that's not going to matter because he has the better
Meacham
record.
Bears.
So this will be interesting. These are both bitter rivals again. Bit of rival week.
Kendall. Has Kendall key gamed it or not?
I don't think he did. I think he had a different one. He had the Kings, which managed to get him
A win.
Yeah. Actually, it might not have kicked in. I can't remember what the records were at that point. Anyway, but no, not for this game. Yeah, Meacham looking good. Byers looking good, but not quite as good as Lowe. Lowe's the monster running back this season.
He's the man.
It's got Raymond. Yeah. So Raymond was drafted by the Bears, and I picked him up, coached him for 2 seasons, as he drained me of CPs to finally get him to something that was reasonably decent, and then traded him out to Razorbacks. So he might be coming
You got
home
like
to some trouble.
1 and a 2 for him though, didn't you, or something?
Yeah. I'm not complaining about the price. He was just a drain. He was another one of those. Well, he's like most of my squad this season, where all they are doing is just draining coaching points and just doing fucking nothing. It's my coaching was twice as good as it has been for the past 4 weeks. Let me put it that way. And
What was it? 2 pops this week then?
yeah, 2 pops. Yeah. So it, I'm beyond giving a fuck about it now. It's been that bad. 3 weeks to go. Let's hope I have some decent ones. So yeah, he was a drain. Right, so the spread on this one is Razorbacks by 12, which is understandable because they're absolutely destroying teams.
Yeah, but Razors have got their who is he? Mateus,
yeah.
is their big inside linebacker. He's out.
Right, I see their wide receiver Raymond, who we've just been talking about, has got a C as well. Is this Abassi, the CB? Is he a starter?
Let's have a look.
Sounds like a fish. That's what it sounds like.
Abassi, no, he's played 2 games this season.
Okay.
Depends when he picked up that injury.
Yeah. Razorbacks on a 28-game streak. Oh my lord, 28 games. Do the Bay Bears finish that? Answers now.
No.
And they contain Meacham.
No.
Does he score this penalty? Yes, he does. Oh, he's missed it. Yep, doesn't look like Kendall's feeling it either.
Look at that. That's confidence, isn't it?
Yeah. See, I reckon they might beat the spread, but they might still be on the wrong side of the win. And that's on the basis of bitter rivals and on home. So let's give this one a go, shall we?
They've got a chance here, the Bears.
Yeah.
HFA's going to, swing it. Is it going to swing it enough for them? Don't know. I think they're going to need to win the turnover battle if they're going to get anything out of this game. But they've definitely got a chance.
I think they've got a chance of not getting battered. Let me put it that way.
a brave man to bet against the Razorbacks in any game. So, to be fair.
Yeah. So who's going next? Matt? Cheers.
I'll go.
Go on in.
I'm going to be brave. 31, 38.
138. And Matt?
52, 23.
All right, there we go.
I don't even think it'd be close. I've got a feeling. It wouldn't surprise me if Kendall put his reserves there.
No.
I don't think so.
No
I don't
chance.
think so. I don't think he will, because at the end of the day, this is still going to come down to maybe points.
Maybe.
Because
Yeah.
looking at this game, we've got the Nighthawks are at home again. So this is our third game on the west side. We got the Nighthawks who've only just lost in OT to the Bears. Now they got the Mariners. So they've got to be feeling like they've got a chance here. It was a tight game between the Mariners and the Bears. I think Lee mentioned on the PTI that he felt like home field advantage got that result for him. So this one's going to be a big game as well. So let's take a look. Take the shortcut here. Right, so he's key game
Key
this one
game.
as well. So he's going to kick in. They're both rivals, not bitter rivals, but might be after this one.
Right. I don't think that Nighthawk defense. Look at that, 30th ranked defense. And was his 31st at rushing? Nighthawk defense. Yeah. And who's got the number one rushing offense?
Yeah,
The Mariners.
Sorry. So he's 25th on the rush. I know I definitely have the
I
worst.
the wrong way around.
I'm definitely sitting at the bottom. But I mean, look, you got Oathwaite sitting here. Right? This is why I don't know if the stats are right. Like we got Oathwaite sitting here saying he's number one overall. Didn't we just look at the other game? And there was one overall.
No, number one. He's the number one rusher.
Russia.
Not number one. Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't the Razorbacks
wasn't Lowe
running back? Lowe was number one overall.
Was he?
I'm pretty sure when we looked at this one, he was.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Are they joint? Are they both 1156?
Are they both 1156? Crazy.
No.
Really? No, it can't be.
No.
Surely not.
No, I don't think so. The 1156.
1156.
Oh, they are.
Oh.
Okay. It's a tie.
I had my doubts.
Yeah. So this division also has the top three running backs in the league. Because I'm guessing Oathwaite's probably third because there's two firsts, right?
Yeah. Well, that would stand to reason.
Yeah. There's going to be a big need for OBs. No, he's running Asimov up the middle.
Byers is number 4.
Is he really?
As well.
Jesus.
So they've got that division have got the top 4 running backs.
Well, I hope they're all playing on artificial turf. Otherwise, they're just going to have this massive trench down the middle, aren't they? Right, okay. So we've established this division is also very heavy running then. So there's going to be some high prices paid for OBs and DTs by these teams by the looks of it. It looks like the Mariners have got a slightly better special teams based on starting positions. Mariners by 6. How's the injuries looking?
Looks a bit banged up.
Yeah. A few Bs and a couple of Cs, so nothing too major there. Is Frenchie? Is Frenchie's got a D? Is Frenchie a starter?
Who knows?
Right. So, what do we reckon for this one? Reckon there's a lot of running, right?
Possibly. Yeah.
It's going to be a running game. I'm going to go. Let's go 24-31.
24-31 to the Nighthawks, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, Matt?
I'm going to go 28-31.
Okay.
OT.
OT.
Oh.
OT.
Played it. Gone for the bonus point.
I'm still not sure if I'm awarding one yet. I'll see if I get one this week.
All right, go 21.
No, you've got to award it. I called OT.
Yeah, but you got the wrong one though. I don't know.
Doesn't matter. I'm still called OT.
Okay. It doesn't matter. We're that far behind Greg anyway.
Wow.
Exactly. Need all the points we can get.
Yeah. Right. There's our predictions then for the West Side Special. I was going to call it the West Side Story, but then someone might start singing.
Have a look at the playoff picture.
I don't know anything from
Playoff
West.
picture. Yeah. Well, I'm good. That's good because just don't need you rocking the boat. So. Right. There you go. Playoff picture then, Jez. What's it tell us?
Look at that. MFC is fierce. Team in 8th is on 4-2. That is hot.
Yeah, Aztecs have got. Who's the other? So Aztecs have the Snow Bears this week, or have you got the Snow Bears?
I don't even know who we've got this week.
You don't even know who you've got.
No, we've got the Rapiers this week.
Right. So he'll have the Snow Bears.
Aztecs have got the Snow Bears, but then they've got Nighthawks, Spartans, and away at Blues.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
could easily go 5-5.
I think I haven't. I think they've got a good chance of 6-4. Oh, yeah, 6-4. I think they can 2-2 the last 4 games. So yeah, so they'll be looking at potentially 5-3 if they can manage to get back on the winning track. So depending on, there might be a bit of a switcheroo if Mariners lose to the Nighthawks, maybe. I
don't know. I've got a feeling the MFC West won't get any teams apart from the division winner. I think they will take games off each other, and then it'll be two. Will the wild cards go through?
Yeah, I think you're right there.
There is that potential for them to beat each other up, isn't there?
Yeah.
Great division though. It's a brilliant division.
Yeah, because I think if Razorbacks get their win, and the Nighthawks manage to pull off a home win, that's 6-0 with all three of them at 4-3 underneath. So does that take them all out of the playoff picture?
Not
Potentially.
necessarily, but
It makes it harder for them. But I think one of them will sneak in to a wild card.
Yeah, because the Sonics division is like the complete opposite, right? It's like nobody wants to finish second.
Yeah.
Not in a good way. It's like they're really trying hard to see who can finish fifth for the first time in this division, isn't it? Those remaining three teams. But yeah, that win you got this week has put you in the driving seat, I think, hasn't it, Jez, for your division?
It's kept it honest, at least. We've still got to go to the Aztecs. So we'll see how that one pans out. That's week 9.
Right.
But we've got the Bears as well. We've got Bears week 8 and then away at Aztecs week 9. So those 2 weeks are going to define our season.
Right. Yeah, looking good. And then on the CFC side,
CFC, there's only one wildcard spot available, isn't there?
it's looking that way.
Because obviously Stampede or Avalanche are going to win that division, and the other one's going to take wildcard number 1. So there's only wildcard number 2 available to Tigers, Barbs, Sun Devils, whoever else is fighting for that. Kings if they drop out of the top spot.
Cool. So you could, I mean, this could be. Could we be looking at this next week, Matt? And you've gone from 1st to 5th.
nope. Nope.
I reckon there's a few
I'm
people.
pretty confident.
Might be a few people
I'm
watching
pretty-
this going, "Oh yes, you will."
I'm pretty confident.
We can tell.
When have you ever been confident with a road game?
I'm pretty confident in this one because I know what they're going to do.
So.
He's not going to run the ball against me, so he's going to pass the ball. I'm setting up against the pass.
I might actually watch your game first this week. I think I
Gonna
might
be a
actually
good
do
game.
that. Game
I'm
of the
looking
week.
I'm looking forward to your game much more than mine.
Oh dear.
So yeah, you're right though, Jess. It looks like all the other divisions are playing for spot number 6. So it'd be interesting to see how close that gets, because it was a close one last season, wasn't it, for that last spot again. Right. So that's all the games for this week.
Greg, you're in second seed. We didn't mention it. We didn't even mention that. How does that feel? Second seed.
Do you know what?
From
Second
being a
seed.
bottom feeder for so many seasons.
Do you know what? Second seed is something I don't like to talk about. Because even on the upside last time around, with all the other nukes going on around me, that meant that actually for the entire time, I think I got to number 1 seed 1 week in 5 seasons. So it was always, level pegging with whatever team was. I think it was mostly the Snow Bears, with Pete there, and then with Lee following that up, and just with the rebuilds that go around, the points were always just slightly further behind. So number 2 seed was a place I became familiar with. So yeah,
On
but
the
it's
plus side,
better to be there.
On the plus side, you'll get your ass handed to you when you go to Brixton, so you won't have to pay for a motivational coach.
Indeed.
Every cloud.
Indeed. Yeah. Would I expect myself to be sitting in second seed this season? No. So it's nice to be back there. But yeah. Good stuff. Right. So there we go. That's it then. Thanks. See you later.
Are we not doing MSAR?
If you want to, we'll talk about MSAR. Should we talk about MSAR?
We did a little bit. Let's do 5 minutes on
Let's have a little bit.
MSAR.
Let me bring this in. So I sent an email out, asked for a few comments because there was a bit on the sound bites. We got some responses. Got about a third of the league came back with some numbers. Dave S sent me some dodgy spreadsheet from an iPad that I couldn't open, which I'm thinking might be a good thing. It's probably loaded with viruses or something. He couldn't just count them up on his iPad and go, I've got X amount of these, X amount. He had to send me the sheet. He's like, I'm on holiday. I'm on holiday. This is the best I can do. And I'm thinking, surely you could have just looked at it and counted them up and sent me the numbers. But no, he sent me the spreadsheet I couldn't open.
Can't count with his pina colada in his hand. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope he's enjoying his holiday, and he might get on next week. Who knows? But yeah, so I added his comment in there. It's one of those ones that's in there. There's some good comments in there around MSAR's effectiveness and what people use it for. To be honest, I take little notice of it. was one of the comments. But then you do have some coaches there who like to they do actually compare it at the end of the season, see how close it was, whether that's had anything to do with their dev squad coaches that they've got, etc. So
glancing at these comments, they're pretty much all true. I like the one about only referring to MSAR for rookies, because you always look at your rookies and you want your rookies to land a green and try and get them a 2 or possibly a 3 boost, because that can be a huge difference to the speed of their development more than anything else. And your older players are going to lose levels anyway, so yeah, you don't want them to lose 4 or 5, but they're gonna drop. So you kind of accept that, but you don't want your rookies to get a 0 or the dreaded -1. So it's the rookies that you look at first, I think. But there's such a massive margin of not error as such, because it's not an error, but what could happen on the back of what the MSAR says and what actually comes out after aging. Sometimes there's very little correlation between the two. So you take it as a bit of a okay, hopefully, but pinch of salt with it and move on. That's my opinion of it, anyway.
I don't know. For me, it's a waste of space, to be honest. But then again, when I started, there was no MSAR, there was no pre-aging. There was just we roll the aging after you've drafted, and that's what you got. You got no idea what you're going to get. But now it's almost, I don't know. Pre-aging is useful. This is a waste of space. I mean, I actually sent Greg mine as well for last year, and I'd got something like I can't remember if I told you a minute. I'll tell you exactly where it was. Hold on a second. This is for last year's. I've got A to C 19, B to D 23, C to E 16. So you think to yourself, okay, that's slightly under a 5.5, maybe a 5.4, 5.35, something like that. I rolled a 5.68 last year. So it's not really I mean, somebody that's into statistics probably tell me that's probably really likely to happen, but not really that much useful. No. I don't think anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if you use it as a kind of a worst case, you know, if you look at it on the basis that above average is A to C, if you use its worst case that everything's going to come in as a C, D, and E, you at least understand where you could have some massive holes. I think it's been, I've found it useful this past couple of seasons again, in that rookie kind of essence, because I've had to be brutal and kind of go, do you know what? They don't look like they're gonna do anything. They're not gonna. They've got a 0 chance of getting a +3 or a +2 in aging. So they're done, and that's it. Because you've got to just make your decisions, focus on the ones that are gonna have a better chance of +2 and +3. But when you've got 24 rookies on your squad, that's quite handy.
Yeah.
So is it that if they've got an A to C, for example, all that means is that does that mean they're definitely not going to get an E?
Yeah.
Because they can still get a D. I've had plenty of A to Cs that have ended up with a D.
Yeah.
But it means they're definitely not going to get an E.
That's right, yeah.
And likewise, C to E, it means they're definitely not going to roll an A. And B to Ds can end up with anything.
Yeah.
So, and it's week 6 in the current season. So it's right that we're not going to get any firm indications of where aging is going to end up at this point in the season. So they're just really, really loose indicators.
Yeah.
That's all there. It's nothing more than that.
And even with those players that you've got that are age 4 and 5, you do know that if they're going to be C to E potential, sorry, this cough keeps coming. If you've got this C to E potential, you know you're going to get hit hard. So you're thinking, okay, have I got the cover? Or you're already kind of thinking about what you might want to draft, what you might want to be looking for on a trade board, right? So again, from that perspective, if I see a 4 or 5 and he's coming in with a strong one, I'm like, at least he's not going to get absolutely annihilated in aging, or he's got a lower chance of getting absolutely annihilated in aging. So I do find that quite a positive as well when I look at it. The other one comment I liked on there was about the comparison of MSARs and PAR. There was one there about that, because that's a good point. Because sometimes with the PARs, because there is that they are off, you can see like an MSAR will come in as an average, but then the PAR will come in as a weak. And you're like, well, that's off too much. So it's definitely, if this one's wrong by 1 and that one's wrong by 1, then that's definitely a C. Or the vice versa, right? Where PAR comes in as an A, so it's going to be a roll of 1 or 2, but could be a 3. And
so
if
does it end up being somewhere between the two then? If they're out by a distance.
Yeah, because the par can be wrong by 1 position. So if you on a par you get one that says it's going to roll a 1 or a 2, and then you've had a below average, so it says it's a C to an E, and that can be out by 1. Then he's definitely not going to roll an A. Or, he's not going to get that number. He's not going to roll that 1 to definitely get the plus whatever it is in that top one. So it's going to be the B or the 2 or the 3 that he's rolling.
Yeah, because you can still have it. You
can still have a coach as well, of one of your athletic coaches.
The overall accuracy of all of them together, I think, comes down to one of those
Is it the head
coaches.
athletic trainer? Isn't it the head athletic trainer? It's based on the level as well. If you got, say, you got a level 13 athletic trainer like Alex said he had last week, that basically means it is pre-aging bang on, doesn't it? In theory.
14 he's got.
So that means these
14.
pre-aging is probably accurate. Whereas if you got a level 3 one, it's not worth the paper it's printed on.
Yeah. Nobody shared I'd have to go and have a look out, see where those compare. So we'll have to see. But yeah, we got decent spread out of the 11. Was it 11 or 10? Well, 11 coaches replied, but we got 10 up there. Because of the different squad sizes as well, I chucked the percentages on there. So we've got some that are, evenly spread. You've got around that sort of 30% mark. But then we do have some down the bottom here. 45% in the green. Third from bottom, 25 and 24. So 42% sitting in the above average and the average. Those are the kind of ones you're hoping you're going to get. I'm not going to reveal anybody's. So
You know
I
what,
do it
as well.
I don't mind saying mine's the one that's 45%. I don't care.
of course you don't. It's the best one up there. Why the fuck would you be worried about sharing that? Everybody wants that one, Matt. I was almost going to claim it as my own. Yeah, that's looking good. So it'd be interesting to see if you're happy to report back on how that equated into your aging and prediction, and how what level is your athletic coach then?
Oh, it's fucking shit. It's only about level 6. It's probably bollocks.
Level 6. Right. We'll see if we can run the math on that at the end of the season. But yeah, there's a few there.
Let's keep these and see how that extrapolates into the pre-aging report.
Yeah. So
if we can do some maths on that.
Yeah, I mean, if the other coaches are happy to share those as we go, then we can throw it up there and sort of check in as we go through pre-aging and then what agings look like, and we can see what the numbers look like on almost a third of the league, right?
You know what though? On the back of, like I said earlier, my opinion of it is that it's a loose guide, nothing more than that, and I don't get too excited about it from a predictive point of view. But I do love it because it adds a different dimension to this point of the season, and everyone is waiting for week 6 for the MSAR to come out. Not everyone, maybe, but we all go to the MSAR when week 6 results come out after we've looked at the results and whatever injuries we've got, and blah blah blah. Click straight on MSAR and look for the colours, and you can see from the comments on here, even the comments that say, it's fucking useless, they're still bothered about it. So, it's a good thing.
Yeah, no, I like it. I think it's good. Like I said, I've a lot of use of it over the past couple of seasons with a lot of rookies. Definitely looked at it more than I have done previously because of that. But the thing I try not to think about the most is that because this MSAR is published, that means your aging's already decided, right? So there's something somewhere sitting on a little computer somewhere going, I know how fucked your team's going to look already. So yeah, that's the bit that gets me.
There's some number somewhere saying to Coops, you reckon you're going to get 27 greens?
Oh, no chance. No chance. No fucking chance. The hilarious thing is, everybody's saying that they looked at it. until this debate kicked off on Soundbites, I didn't even think about it. I completely forgot it was week 6 and it was available.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, no, but thanks to everyone who did reply and got some information on the
Thanks
board.
for that,
Much
chaps.
appreciated.
A lot of input there, so thanks for that. Much appreciated.
Yeah, and we'll see if they're happy to update as we go, and we'll see what it turns into. All right. Was there anything else we needed to cover off today?
No.
Nah, we've waffled on long enough.
It's a late finish tonight, so we'll end it there. Good luck in week 7. Bound to be loads of injuries if they run it tomorrow, because it's Friday the 13th. And but you never know.
Love the superstition.
They might defer. I mean, I was going to say actually, this week, although it started later, it flew through, didn't it? I think it was like a 12, between 12 and 1, the bar went down, and it was ready before 5, wasn't it?
Yeah, nailed it.
Yeah, so it was a good run. Please, let's have another one like that. But if it kicks off on a Friday, that wouldn't be too bad. But we'll see how we go.
Love an early one.
Yeah. And the other thing is, I think next week we'll get back together to have a chat, but that'll probably be our last one before the end of the year, because it's Christmas and it just goes mental. And this year, we're obviously accelerating through Christmas as opposed to the usual kind of slow down. The schedule normally gets bumped out over Christmas to expand out further into January, February, but because they've said they want to get it done and dusted before the New Zealand trip, I think by the time we come back in the new year, we might actually almost be in playoff territory by that point. Am I right in thinking that?
I think New Year. I think we were well into the playoffs. I think at that point.
Let's see, where are we? So
how's it
week
going?
10.
The week 10 schedule? That's a short one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Week 10 schedules.
Week 10's week 10's a 4-day turnover. That's when it kicks in.
Yeah, it goes crazy from week 9. So 27th, then the 31st is the week 10 deadline. Then we're into the 3rd, 7th, 10th. So by the time we get back around about here, season's done.
We could all be at the. Assuming we're coming back, if we've all lost, we might not be interested in coming back and carrying on.
Yeah, who wants to come here and talk about that sort of stuff when you're number 5 seed, eh, Matt?
Nah, not happening.
No, defeatist. That's defeatism.
Yeah, but we'll be back next week. Hopefully, I think we've managed to get
Dan's Wi-Fi will be sorted by then.
Oh, maybe. I don't think it's his Wi-Fi. I think it's just the Discord set up for whatever reason. If you don't use it that often, it seems to be temperamental. But yeah,
it's disappointing. I was looking forward to seeing his what was it, Vader helmet again tonight, but not to be.
Gutted. But yeah, next one on the 18th, and then that'll be it for the season. So bring your Christmas jumper next week, and then we'll go for that. All right.
Good stuff.
Good.
Cheers, chaps.
See you later. Bye.
Good luck. Good luck to everybody apart from Johnny.